My next guest is a best-selling author. An author, Jeff.
Ooh.
I know.
Yeah.
Her latest book, The Competition, is in stores now. Please welcome the lovely Marcia Clark, everybody. Marcia Clark. Hello, sweetheart.
Hi.
You look lovely.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you look really nice.
Oh, goodness.
I like your hair.
No, don't hair. No hair. No hair.
What do you mean, no hair, no hair, no hair?
I've kind of had a few issues with my hair.
Oh, please. I won't
no.
hear any of that. Overruled.
God, I feel right at home.
Oh, come on. It's a long time since you've been at the lawyering, isn't it?
Yeah. It's been, well, I'm still kind of lawyering around, but
Right,
not
but
like
you don't
that.
do the-
But
you
not
don't
that stuff now. But 20 years.
Is that 20 years since the... Did you stop after the...
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, look, so... And then you started writing the Rachel Knight series.
I did.
And they're doing really well. They're good.
Yeah.
And Larry Block said to me said you're a good writer, and he's, you know what he's
a
like.
tough one.
He's a very curmudgeonly old bastard. Yeah.
But he's hilarious. We had dinner when he was on your show one night, and he just cracked me up. He said all kinds of interesting things about Hollywood, great observations. Like people in Hollywood will tell you that, wow, I love your script, and that means one of 8 things. I mean, you know, 8 things, and only one of them really means I love your script.
Yeah, not many of them are. It's kind of it's bad manners in Hollywood to say anything other than yes.
That's true.
So people will say, you know, hey, do you want to go to, I don't know, Comic-Con with me? And they'll go, yes.
Yeah, of course.
They're no comment.
Well, you'll never find them. No.
Well, that's exactly it. So the Rachel Knight is an investigator?
Yeah, she's a prosecutor. Yes, it's an alarming coincidence. She's a prosecutor in the LA DA's office, and she and her best friend Bailey Keller crush crime together.
Crush crime, eh?
Crush crime.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are they ever unsuccessful in the courtroom in any?
Hell no.
Okay.
It's my book.
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, I think it must be very gratifying to have worked as a prosecutor and a defender, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Both.
And to deal with juries and not be able to get them to
do what you want.
Yes. But here, you're in charge.
Exactly.
The whole time.
Exactly.
Oh, nice.
I have turned to fiction to control the outcome, and it's wonderful. I mean, you know, Rachel doesn't have enough evidence. Backspace. She found fingerprints.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I think there's plenty of fiction in the courtrooms as well. There's still plenty.
No question.
Do you? I mean, obviously, you draw on your experience working downtown.
Absolutely. And I use LA as a character a lot.
Yeah.
So a lot of the places that you really can find in Los Angeles are in the book. And I try to use the landmark places, like Rachel Knight lives in the Biltmore Hotel, which is, you know.
I know it. I know it well. Yeah.
Walking distance from the courthouse.
Oh, I know it.
Right?
I've gotten into trouble there.
I don't believe that.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yes, I actually really do.
Yes, you do.
I do.
But no, I like the idea of that. Do you use people from your career back then? Do you actually, like, you change their names, but you know who it is?
You know, I don't. Not consciously, I didn't. You know, I don't want to get sued. And but I certainly use my experience with types of people that I knew.
Do you find that, you say you don't want to get sued, do you find when you're writing that you sometimes censor yourself because you know you're getting into an area where you think, I actually, this is legally ambiguous and I don't want to be in here, so you steer it another way?
That's the beauty of fiction. No, absolutely not. You know, I change the names and I morph them just enough. And so, yeah, you know, there's types of people that I knew during, you know, when I was in the office, and I take that and I kind of push them all together and you know, fictionalize a little bit. But there's always truth in every character.
Right.
There's somebody I really met in there. I mean, I'm sure that's true. Sometimes that's conscious.
And what about, have you ever defended someone where you thought, this bastard is as guilty as sin?
All of them, really.
Really, all of them?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And
yeah. I mean, how often do you really think it happens that, you know, that a defendant who gets to court, gets to the point of trial, is innocent?
Well, it happened once, didn't it? I don't know.
No, it didn't.
No. But the idea then, if you're defending someone and you know that they're guilty, I suppose that it's always, well, the law expects that,
Well,
right?
yeah, you know, you put the prosecution to its proof. I mean,
Right.
that's the idea of it. Now, I'm not doing defense work in trials. You know, I do it on appeal, and that's a whole different thing where you just look for errors.
Errors
That's a whole
in the
different-
process, right?
In the process, and it's a whole different kind of job.
Right.
But in trial work, I mean, a lot of the defense attorneys were friends of mine, and I got it. I mean, we need to have that check and balance. You need to have
Of
somebody.
course.
Right?
But don't you, I mean, you're a human being too. There must be a point where you think, there's a moral dilemma here. I have to go through this process, and I should go through this process, but I don't want this bastard to get out.
That's why I left defense work. When I was a kid, I got out of law school. I was like, I was never going to work for the man, and I was a rebel without a clue. And you know, the last thing I ever thought I was going to do is be a prosecutor. And then I actually was defending them, and it was cool when it was dope cases, and I could wrap myself in the Fourth Amendment and the flag and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, right? And then I started defending violent criminals, and that was like the end for me. That was it. And I went to the DA's office, and I told the DA at the time, out of our interview, I said, you know what you decide today is going to determine whether I practice law. Because if you don't hire me, I'm leaving the law. That's it. That's all I want to do.
And you eventually, I mean, this is your career now.
Yes.
Are you from LA? Because you're very LA-centric. Are you from here?
No, really. I was born in Berkeley, moved all over the country, lived in New York for a while, lived there, and then came back here. But because you know, working in downtown LA for as long as I did, you know, 12 years, 10 years in the Special Trials Unit, I really got a sense of the city, a sense of the kind of crime and the way things work in terms of the cops.
It's quite interesting you say you have a sense of the city. As I've lived here 20 years, I don't think I have a sense of this city. I mean,
yeah, it's a sprawl.
It's a very difficult town to kind of even describe to other people. I mean, it's one of those weird things that you think that everybody thinks they know this town because they've seen Entourage or something. And then they come here and they're like, where is everything?
Where is everything, right?
You know.
Because you know what? It's this big sprawl of a city, and LA County's ginormous, right? It's like the size of some countries, and different pockets of it feel like different parts of the country.
Right.
There's parts of LA that feel like the Midwest, and parts that feel like New York. You know, it's
a huge, weird place.
Really hard to wrap your arms around. It's not
you
like
represent it very well, and well done.
Thank you.
With this. It's lovely to meet you, Marcia.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you. It was so much fun.
Why it reminds me of the fun I had in the Biltmore Hotel. Yeah. Marcia Clark, everybody.